Welcome everybody. Today we're uncovering a hidden story. We start here at the ruin of the copper mine in the village, a place that once drove the community. We step back in time to 1850, where the mine was a booming heart of industry. And from there, I'll bring you back to the present day, where we'll start this full restoration of this 1850s miner's cottage. In 2026, this doesn't look like a cottage that was built in 1850 because it's been fully sand and cement rendered. As you can see, we are just revealing the bottom of the stone here. This was the first week of ownership. It's the same story down the side of the house. It's all covered in cement pointing and masonry paint. This is the little extension which is a newer part of the building. Moving inside, this is the front living room. Through to the kitchen, which looks okay on the surface, but actually when you start opening cupboards and looking closely, it's really damp. It hasn't actually been heated for about 2 years, and there is no heating in this kitchen. Onto the upstairs. This is the front bedroom, south facing, double, and then we've got the back bedroom, also a double, north facing. It's a 2 up 2 down configuration. Going back downstairs to the rear of the property, this is the newer part of the building, which is a cavity wall construction built circa 1980. And this is what we're going to be focusing on today, gutting this bathroom and rebuilding it to a modern standard. This had no heating in it, like the kitchen has no heating, so you can imagine how damp it is. Here's a little visual just showing the house and the layout. So we've got the front here with the porch and the garden. It's a little alley that goes down the side to the rear courtyard where the bathroom extension is, and then going into the top floor we have the 2 double bedrooms with the staircase going down. In the back bedroom we currently have an immersion tank which is doing the hot taps. This is going to be taken out and replaced with a modern immersion tank downstairs, which we'll show you later in the video. Down to the ground floor we have the porch leading into a living room, then onto the kitchen, and then to the back of the property, which we're focusing on today, which is the bathroom area. This is the current bathroom layout, which is not a very good use of space. You've got a tiny little standing area. The bath doesn't quite fit, so they've blocked in like a 200mm stud bit of timber, which you'll see in the video. So I'm proposing flipping the bath 90 degrees, putting a slightly smaller bath in, which then opens the floor space up, and you've got much more room to move around. I'll be adding a little cupboard to house the immersion tank just outside the bathroom. Moving into the roof space, there's a few issues. The roof's been replaced a couple of times and they haven't taken out the old beams that were rotten, and they've just put in new ones beside it, so they all need to be removed. The reason they've done this is because the plasterboard has just screwed it into the beams. So what I'm going to do is take all the plasterboard down, remove all the rotten beams, put a suspended ceiling just below the roof, which then has the new plasterboard on. Then if you ever need to replace the roof, you can just take everything off and not disturb underneath. Also you can build an extension straight up without disturbing anything underneath, which I may do in the future. But with that, let's get on with the build. Currently the partition wall is breeze block, so I'm taking this out to replace it with a stud timber work. Then I can hide all the pipes and plumbing within that. That's the little stud behind the toilet I was talking about. Cleaning up the floor. There was an area where the bath was which was sumped, so I had to fill this up, and then I self-leveled the entire floor. This is when I realised the beam issue and the various rotten beams and plasterboard. So this all had to come down. Here's one of the rotten beams. There were about 10 beams removed in total. And then we were left with a nice clean roof like this. Adding in a 4-inch extraction pipe with electric fan. This bathroom did have extraction, but it was a yoghurt pot inserted in the wall just above the window with the end cut off it, which was pretty crazy. The old bathroom had no insulation whatsoever. It's basically a shed. It's just 18mm ply roof and plasterboard. So I'm adding as much insulation as I can in the small space. This is a small bathroom, it's only 1.9 by 1.4 metres. So I've added 45mm to the ceiling and this party wall because I could hide the sink waste in that too. And then to the other walls I've got 12mm insulated tile backer. Another great thing about adding a stud timber wall is you can cut in a niche into your shower area, a couple of little shelves in it for your shampoos and your soaps. Things I have paid for in this renovation is the gypsum plastering, skim coat over plasterboard, as you can see here, and then I did pay for a full rewire of the entire house. If you've got this far in the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll be making a few more videos like this on the house build. If you want to see anything specific, just leave a comment below. made this custom sink unit out of an old oak table, which turned out to be not the best idea in a bathroom, so I ended up replacing it for a standard white lamb one, which you'll see in the end. Replacing the window because the old shower was pointing into it and all the fittings were rusty, didn't close properly, so I just put in a new one.